and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess, and this is Comcast Newsmakers, coming to you from the Detroit Regional Chamber Mackinac Policy Conference, taping at the Grand Hotel. Our topic today is the Intern in Michigan initiative. Joining us now to talk about it is its Executive Director, Wendy Pittman. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me today.
What exactly is the Intern in Michigan initiative?
Intern in Michigan is a statewide effort to attract and retain college-educated talent in the state of Michigan. Because more than 50% of our college-educated students leave the state to find employment elsewhere, we have a real economic development problem. And so we are working to create opportunities and create information for the employers to know that we have lots of students across the state of Michigan with skills that can benefit the economy here.
And so how exactly does it work? Because obviously there's always been internships available and college students looking for them and postings up at the various universities, but this must help to collaborate all that.
It absolutely does. It puts it first in a central location, and rather than a traditional website where an employer posts an opportunity and a student posts their resume, which are both vague at that point in their career. You know, a student resume has relatively limited experience, and the opportunity is going to be relatively simple because of their their level of experience. And so this site, the Intern in Michigan site, uses skills and interests to connect the employers with the student. So we worked with data from the U.S. Department of Labor, and we designed a system where the students answer a series of questions based upon what they know and what they want to learn, and the employer answers the same set of questions, and then it instantly matches you. So it instantly matches every employer with the top 7 students across the state who meet the specific skills and interests that they're interested in. And so what that does is it differentiates one student from another. So if I'm a marketing student and I'm interested in PR and radio, TV, and I get placed with an internship that's really more about writing and social media, it's not going to be a good fit. But if I get placed with an internship that matches my specific skills and interests, my learning curve is going to be lower, my success rate is going to be higher, and hopefully the opportunity to convert to a full-time employment will be greater. And we know from statistics that almost 83% of students who successfully complete an internship stay in the region where they interned. And so that's a great economic benefit for the state of Michigan.
Is that really the ultimate goal, is to get our talent base, our educated workforce, if you will, to stay in our state?
Without question. The loss of 50% of our college graduates, the economic kind of tax loss of that is significant. And so we need to do a better job of building opportunities for students to stay here. Let alone, we want students to come here, find meaningful opportunities, and then enjoy all of the lifestyle components that are here. And so interesting, we launched just in November of 2011, and since that time, over 10,500 students have registered on the site, and over 800 companies from every region across Michigan. And so it's great because we're learning that there's diversity of opportunities across the state of Michigan, both by region, by size of company. About 2/3 of the companies are small business, which is really where the growth is, and then by region. In addition, students are getting connected with employers, and employers are understanding that students come from all over the state. And so that's really important for our employer community to know that maybe Northern Michigan has the perfect student for you if you're looking for a mechanical engineer or for whatever the discipline may be.
So you said you've been around for 6 months. You have had a lot of folks sign up, both on the business side and on the student side. What about feedback now? Have you been able to tell if the ultimate goal is working? Are folks getting their internship and then staying in our state?
Well, it's a little bit early to tell, but we've made over 50,000 introductions where employers and students are learning about each other in new ways, and that's a very important step. We've had a few internships actually already convert to full-time employment, and we're learning that students want to stay in Michigan. So one student I talked to just last week said to me, I will move to Washington, D.C. to do what I want to do, but really my first choice is to stay in Michigan. And that's what we want to hear more about. We want students to know that Michigan is open for business, and we want Michigan employers to know that we have a great state filled with lots of educated talent who wants to begin and grow their careers in our fair state.
All right, what a wonderful idea, and a great company. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the opportunity.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Wendy Pittman, the Executive Director of the Intern in Michigan initiative.